And I'm back. Let's see, let these people go. Narrating walking back down the hill. I had to stop there for a second, as you guys heard, because there was an incredibly long barrier that literally did not let me go right across the street. I had to walk one block out of the way in either direction. I chose to walk left. Not that you guys care, but I'm just explaining why there are two separate videos instead of just one continuous video showing me walking down the hill. Anyway, pretty cool. I hope this gives you guys a flavor of what this place is like. It looks like I'm going to be able to walk down the hill over the next street in a second without having to walk a block. So as long as I don't get hit by a car, God forbid, we'll be good as far as continuing this journey in a second. Let's see, which way does the traffic come? Traffic comes that way, and there are no cars. And we're crossing. Wow, look at this very charming street here. This is incredibly cool. There's a 7-Eleven. 7-Elevens are super popular here. And we're walking. And we're walking, and we're talking. Look at that lighting. Crazy nice lighting at this time of night. I am holding the camera level, actually, with my eyes, just to give you an idea of, I am literally walking downhill. This is an incredible front thigh workout. This is better than doing sissy squats for those bodybuilders out there. If you guys know, I'm sure my buddy Damon totally is smiling as he was watching this video. You guys know what sissy squats are. This is better than sissy squats. I'm sure my knees are going to be killing me at the time I get home tonight. But if I do wind up moving here to do some studying in grad school or what have you, I'm sure I will be enjoying doing this kind of walking all the time. And I bet you my legs and my butt and my thighs and my calves are going to get in incredible shape. Here's another expat bar. Lots of white people. Not really the reason I came here, as you guys know, so I'm not too much digging the whole white people thing. This is the Lam Kwai Fong neighborhood that I talked a little bit about before. This is where I was last night, although it's not quite night now. So now you guys can see really what this area is like. Pretty cool. I mean, not really my bag, but if I were coming here with other American friends or other English-speaking friends, this is certainly where I would want to take them for dinner if they weren't so much into the authentic, stopping for someone to take a picture, if they weren't so much into the authentic, you know, Hong Kong vibe, the authentic, let's go to a place where there's no white people and no one speaks English. I don't mean to keep saying white people. I mean, obviously, there are other ethnicities besides white people when you're speaking of ethnicities outside of the scope of Asian and Chinese ethnicities. I think it'll be obvious from a lot of these videos that there are very, very few African-descended people, very few black people here. And when I see them, they usually don't speak Cantonese. They usually speak either French, from Martinique or one of the French-conquered, French imperialized African nations, or nations where there are black people, or they also, perhaps, I think I need to go this way to go back up on a short section of the escalator here to go back down, if that makes sense. Anyway, very, very few black people here. I haven't seen a single Hispanic person since I've been here, and I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this, although now that I'm saying that, we're probably going to see one while I'm walking. I have seen many, many Filipino and Indonesian people, because most of the amas here, most of the domestic help is actually Filipino or Indonesian ladies, which we'll get to in a future blog posting, I think, because actually probably get into yesterday's blog posting when I was in Central, proper Central yesterday, in between all the big buildings, particularly by the HSBC Tower, which is a world-famous building, because it's purely constructed from an exoskeleton of steel, no concrete in the center, no concrete reinforcements of any kind in this huge skyscraper. Anyway, there was an enormous number, thousands of Filipino and Indonesian women hanging out because it's Chinese New Year and they're not working. Apparently every Sunday it's still the same thing. So now I'm again walking downstairs here, but this is actually a proper section of the Central to Mid-Levels escalator, where they've kindly provided some other stairs where you can walk in the opposite direction. You know, very, very nice. The lighting is still pretty good. I think I'll cut this off in a couple minutes, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what this is like. I'm actually almost at the bottom here, and then I'm going to be able to get back on ground level at the Queens Road Central, which again, the very, very old road. When I say very old road, it's not really that old. It's like 1840s or something. And yeah, From there, I'm going to head to the central subway station and bop a couple stops over, I think 1 or 2 stops over to Wan Chai, and then we'll shoot some more video there. It'll probably be a night video, and hopefully it'll come out well, and hopefully you guys will see a little bit about what nightlife is like in that kind of expat Chinese combination neighborhood. Supposedly it's really cool, so I'm looking forward to it. Wow, look at this. We're still heading downhill. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, you can. The lighting's still good. This is going to be a pretty good incline, so I'm actually going to leave this on for a minute here. Is that, here we go. Walking down. This is actually straight ahead. So this is down the stairs, down the hill. This is straight ahead. Anyway, yeah, I am almost at the bottom. As you can see, out there's some skyscrapers. Let's look and see how tall some of these buildings are. You know, there are very, very tall buildings in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is definitely a city where you want to look up, or you're going to miss something pretty exciting. Back on a street where, this actually I think is the street where I started riding up the escalator. Just to give you an idea, it took me about 4.5 minutes to go up to the place where I went up to. This is indeed the exact street I started walking up on the escalator. It took me 4 minutes or so to go up, and it's actually taking me about 7 or so minutes to walk down. So I guess my legs are doing pretty well for that matter, although as we all know, escalators don't really go that fast. Anyway, this is me signing off for now. I hope you guys are not finding this boring. I hope you're enjoying this. To me, seeing video footage of any foreign city I've never been in is pretty exciting. We'll have some more footage of Wan Chai in a little while.